As I'm moving to the music, step to the beat, I woke up today, cancelled all my plans, and I stepped right outside with my guitar in my hands, and the notes became a...
Hi, I'm Christina Sayers-Wickstead, and welcome to Sunday Brunch, where we sit around and share our favourite food, drink delicious coffee with my magazine mates. We're going to catch up on all their latest news from their glamorous, gorgeous, glossy magazines. It's just the best way to spend a Sunday, and you can join us. It's also been a few weeks of gorgeous weather, and that makes us feel that summer's on its way, and I'm going to spend today getting ready for it. I love to do that on a Sunday. I'm going to bring out my summer clothes, cull my wardrobe, get into my exercise routine and face that daunting swimwear challenge. I've needed to ask some mates around to help me to do that. Doors open, come in.
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Here you are. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's so lovely to see you.
Nice to see you too.
This is Pamela Marker. She's the editor of Good Health Choices magazine. And when she comes, you always get something delicious and yummy like this. Thank you. What are they?
Okay, these are salmon and green pea cakes. There's a whole variety of ways to work with salmon and easy recipes with salmon in our latest issue, and this is just one of the options. So these are great, they're really easy. You can freeze them overnight, cook them up the next day, or you can whip them up in you know, fairly short amount of time for your guests, like I have for you this morning.
Oh, I love you! And I don't have to go out and buy a whole lot of fresh salmon if I want to make those for the children. I don't have to buy really expensive salmon. Yeah,
so obviously you can buy fresh salmon. Sometimes that can be quite expensive if you're doing it on a regular basis. So tinned salmon is just as good. And also, yeah, as I said, these are great for freezing. It also depends, obviously, tinned salmon is a little bit more cost effective than fresh often as well.
You always have something that feels good and is good for you, but still tastes really divine.
Yeah.
That's in the latest issue?
Along with many other salmon and other recipes. But it's got to, you know, it's got to taste good, it's got to look good as well for us to eat things regularly. We've got to enjoy what we're eating as well.
Isn't that so true? Yeah. I knew I wasn't going to get chocolate eclairs when you came. I knew I was going to get something that was good for me. And you also love a tea.
Yes,
now,
please.
Because you're the editor of Good Health Choices magazine, I've already made a herbal tea.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you.
I presume you drink herbal?
I do, I do. It's a great way to start or end the day. Licorice tea is a great herbal tea in the afternoon because it's really sweet.
Oh, I've become addicted to herbal tea because it's got that sugar rush in it.
Yeah, or if you want that 3 p.m. sugar treat, like often we do, licorice is great for that.
I know, it's really natural and it's really good for you. Why am I feeling so much better now that you've got me onto herbal tea?
Well, maybe, I mean, there's more water content perhaps that you're drinking throughout the day. That might be one of the reasons. A lot of herbal teas are a great way to flush the system as well, and obviously put a bit of pep in your step. A little bit of hot lemon and water at the beginning of the day is another great tip. Yeah, it's a great way to kickstart your metabolism, your digestive system for the day.
Right, I'm going to start doing that too then, because I want to be as healthy as you. And what about because I'm not drinking as much milk, I'm finding I feel a lot better.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, yeah, less dairy in some people's systems does help them out. Herbal tea and things like salmon and things are great for hair and skin health.
Do you eat like this all the time, or do you have your little treats?
I believe in moderation. I think, you know, we've got to have fun in life. So whatever makes you happy is the most important thing. Obviously, I think you need to get great nutrition from food and beverages as well. But everything in moderation.
And friends.
And friends, good laughs. That's the most important thing, isn't it?
Talking about friends, tell me about this trip. Sounds amazing.
My goodness. So I've got some pickies I'll show you. I've just been lucky enough to be on a trip to Australia's beautiful Byron Bay with this amazing woman called Janine Hall. And so she's a Kiwi woman who basically lived a busy corporate lifestyle, burnt out after many years of that lifestyle, and wanted to create a retreat feeling for not only herself and her lifestyle, but she wanted to give other women the opportunity to take that circuit break from their lifestyle. So she's made this beautiful retreat in Byron Bay and in Bali.
Which one did you go to?
I went to the Byron Bay one. And Janine's story's on our latest cover and in our latest issue of Good Health Choices.
Blonde, vibrant woman on the cover.
Yeah.
So she left a corporate job and went off and did the ultimate and now has the surf retreats.
Yes, so she realised what this busy lifestyle was doing to her and her soul, and she found joy in things like walking on the beach and surfing and living that life of solitude. And so she wanted that for herself, but she also wanted to offer other women like us who lead busy lifestyles a place to go. And so that's how it all began for her. But it's a big, long, beautiful story.
What was it like actually going on the retreat? I mean, so, you know, for you, taking some time off and going, because...
Yeah.
What was it like?
It was gorgeous, and Janine's philosophy is about taking that time for yourself and peeling back the layers. So often as women we have so many layers and labels that we are. We are friends, we are counsellors to our friends, we are mothers, sisters, managers, and it's all about peeling back those layers and giving yourself the time to remember what actually brings you joy.
What did you
and
learn
then
about you?
I learnt that what did I learn? I need to probably reprioritise a few things. I learned that I concentrate and function better when I do take time to give myself some me time, even if it's 5 minutes a day. We did a lot of meditation.
Had you done that before?
Not a lot, and not as much in those 3 days. We did a lot. So it's really good for your mind, just to give your mind that circuit break, because often, especially as multitasking women, we don't give our mind a break. And to give your mind a break, you can actually refresh your concentration levels, but also your energy.
And it's also about being honest. You know, you get to those moments when you stop. Did you find you had to actually be honest with yourself and think, what is it about my life that I'm coping with, and what is it about my life that I'm not?
Yeah, definitely. And it's okay to stop as well. I think we find it really hard to say no, don't we?
Especially, you know, in a role like yours as editor, and having been an editor, you're always expected. It's a lot of fronting, it's a lot of being very perfect, you know, and it's about actually learning to like your imperfections in a lot of ways, isn't it? That's where the peace comes.
Definitely,
you know what I mean?
And finding that balance. Another thing Janine taught me actually was, you know how we always talk about time management, and obviously getting that work-life balance, and often time management is a big part of that. She talked about energy management, and initially I was like, what do you mean, energy management? And what energy management is to her is thinking about how we spend our days and the energy that we put into jobs we do, tasks we do, things we do for others. Are we getting, is our soul getting fed with great energy back? So are we spending our time with positive people who make us happy and laugh and smile, or is our energy being drained? And so looking at our energy management.
That is so true. And haven't you got to the point in your life where you think, that person's stealing all my energy and I'm not getting anything back?
Yeah.
You know? It's about being conscious of that.
Definitely. And, you know...
I love that. Energy
management, So we can say yes and yes, because often we don't want to let people down, and we don't want to perhaps be seen as lazy or whatever it is, but we do need to really think about what the best decision is for us, and whether we can, whether we're really gaining great energy back from everything we're doing.
And this woman had the courage to think, I know where my energy is going to come from. I'm going to live my dream.
Yes, and she is, and she looks fabulous, as you've seen the photographs of her.
I love all those inspiring stories you have in the magazine. I mean, your magazine is just, this latest issue is just full of positive... You just read it, these positive women, these positive stories, these people following dreams. I mean, it really does truly make you feel like you really want to get out and be healthier, which is what summer's all about, isn't it?
Great. I'm glad you think that, because that's what we really try to do, is obviously when women read the magazine and when they come to the end of the magazine, we want them to have a few things, little tweaks that they can take away and work into their days, but also be inspired by other Kiwi women who contact us every day to share their stories.
Speaking of which, I asked Pamela if she'd like to bring a guest round for brunch today. I said, bring someone that really, really, really inspires you. Anyone you like. Who did you bring?
Well, I am very lucky enough to meet a lot of inspiring women, some who may be well known in New Zealand, but also our readers who email me every day. But I've actually brought in someone who's very close to me, and someone who I work with every day, because often the most inspiring people are those right in front of you. So it's someone called Deb Lawson. She's a busy mum of 2 who I work with every single day. She's our advertising manager, and she is a busy woman.
And I think she's here. Doors open.
Hi, Christina.
Hello.
Hi, Deb.
Hey, Pam.
Good to see you. Welcome.
Lovely to see you too.
Hello. How's it going?
Very well, thank you. Here we go.
Thank you. Oh, They look amazing. What are they?
So date, carrot, bran and banana.
Oh, yum. Are these from the mag?
It's one we're just trialling to potentially put into the next issue. We like to trial the recipes before we put them in.
So do we get to be the tasting panel?
Certainly do.
So we've asked Deb to cook these overnight because our recipe contributor Nadia Lim has these in her new cookbook. But we're thinking maybe we could put them into our next issue as well. So we want you to be the judge.
I'd be totally flattered. The one thing I've always concentrated on with muffins is the taste, but it's also how much energy's in them, isn't it? Would you like a coffee with that?
one. Thank you.
Speaking of energy.
Thanks.
Can you give you some energy with your coffee? How do you have your coffee?
Just black. Thanks, Christina.
Oh, again, no milk?
No milk.
Theme of the day.
Living healthy.
I know. But energy's important, isn't it, with your muffin recipes, not just the flavour.
Well, there's a really good mix of ingredients in there, though, isn't there, in terms of, I mean, literally sort of powering you up for the morning. So it's...
and Nadia's snuck a few extra ingredients in there. It's bananas, carrots, and I think it's a great way to sneak all those nutritious foods in for not only us, but also young ones as well.
Absolutely. I find
they just look like treats, don't they?
Yeah.
They do.
I find just on a smaller scale, but my boys love them, just and the little mini muffin tins as well, and none the wiser sort of, you know, hiding the veg in there.
Yeah.
Always thinking of ways to hide the veggies.
Yeah.
So, I hear you've got some amazing events you're doing. Totally intimidated. Tell me
Still time to sign up, don't you?
Tell me about the events.
Well, next month I've got a 200k. It's the Conquer Cancer Cycle Challenge. So mid-November, 16th, 17th, 100k's on 2 consecutive days. Down through Clevedon, Maraete way to Pukekohe, camp overnight there and then cycle back. So that's the first event coming up, and then I've got the Half Ironman in January.
Pick myself up. Half Ironman.
So just ramping up with training now for that one, but yeah, so far so good. It's going really well.
Have you ever done an Ironman before?
No, my sister, who I'm doing the half with, has done the full a few years back. So she's sort of my main source of inspiration to, you know, that headset or mindset rather, that you can set you know, if you set your goal to set your mind to something, you can achieve your goal. So it's putting in the time and training and
How do you motivate yourself?
I think goal-driven, pushing sort of boundaries as well. So, for example, with the Half Ironman, the ocean swim for me terrifies me in terms of, you know, sort of being out in the pack as such with all the other, I'm sure in some cases, very confident, strong swimmers. But I think it's pushing yourself, as with anything in life, out of your comfort zone. And that's, in some respects, how I feel you sort of grow and develop as well. Confidence as well, so...
She's pretty motivated though, and it seems quite habitual because Deb will come to work every day and tell me what she's done the night before or over the weekend, and I mean, to me it seems like you've got it ingrained in your day now. It's just part of a routine.
Yes. Well, I guess to some degree as well, working on good health choices, you almost live the brand in some respects. You're so close to the content, you know, editorially as well, and you probably, you know, without realising, take snippets of that as well into your sort of, you know, way of life and what have you. But I just absolutely find, you know, exercising, particularly having 2 young boys at home, just it's almost your tonic, you know. It's time out. It's that sort of, you know, counterbalance of.
But the 2 young boys
the
exercise
noise.
enough.
Yeah, exactly.
How old are they?
5 and 3.
Oh my goodness, I'm totally inspired.
Full noise.
Because
it's,
a lot of women in your position with an amazing career, working on a magazine and with 2 boys, 5 and 3, would say I haven't got time.
But, I guess in some respects it depends how badly you want to do something. You make time for things that you want to do. And it may mean, you know, this morning, for example, getting up at 5 o'clock to go for a run. You you make it work. If you want something badly enough, it'll happen.
Do you have a spin bike at home or something like that you're training on as well?
Yeah, wind trainer, which I use, but tend to just a lot of it for me as well in terms of the exercise side of it is getting out into the sort of outdoors, you know, escapism, dare I say, with going for a run and having a break away from the boys, as much as I love them.
Yeah,
but it's something for you, I think, as well, where you feel like you're constantly giving to the children to have, you know, just time to yourself too.
We were just talking about that. We were just talking about energy, how, you know, you need to get energy in as well as be giving energy out. And for women particularly, that is just, you can fall into that trap, can't you, of give.
Yeah. And I tend to find too, it has a big sort of follow-on effect into the rest of my life. If I exercise regularly, I find I sleep a lot better and makes me more inclined to want to eat well. So it's you know, the pillars sort of moving forward, and as a result you have a lot more energy to spend with the kids, so it's win-win.
I can see it in your eyes and your skin and your, you know, I can see it.
Yeah, thank you.
It's really just looks so vital.
Thank you.
I'm really, really inspired. Do you use the magazine to help you? You have fitness guides, don't you, in the magazine?
I do actually, to be honest, yeah, often go through and pick without sort of following any one plan, even for the training with the Ironman, but without religiously following one, just pick components of each, and likewise, you know, within the magazine as well. I mean, it's always articles, you know, every month of interest or, you know, relevance around diet, nutrition, so it's...
What about you, Pam? Because my one pump class a week ain't looking too flash at the moment.
I think it's just about doing something, and also,
I mean,
Deb, you know, Deb's a powerhouse. She does some quite long trainings, but it's just about doing something, even if it's half an hour. Absolutely. It doesn't have to be huge. Yeah. It's just about something, going out for a walk. The weather's getting warmer and it's lighter in the evenings now. It's just about doing something small for yourself, because I think, I mean, you two have both got children. I don't, but naturally we're nurturers as women, and we like to take care of other people before ourselves, and that's fine. But what you know, we really need to invest a small amount of time in ourselves to be able to give back to others.
I tried a class the other day, a hot hula class, and it was actually hularing, you know, with like hularing like Samoan hularing. And my girlfriend and I, we said, yeah, that's the most fun we've had exercising. You've got to find what makes you...
Absolutely.
You know, because
otherwise you won't do it.
I know. What do you do?
I do walking, I'm doing gym at the moment. I'll do what I find quite good is either plans in the magazine or podcasts of... you know, like a couch to 10K plan. I'm in the middle of it at the moment, and I'll just have an earpiece while I'm walking or jogging, and having a little mini coach in my ear works quite well for me.
So number one thing, if I had to say one quick thing, what's the most motivating thing? What motivates you? When you get up and you don't want to go, what do you think in your mind?
How much better you feel afterwards. Yeah. You never once, do you, when you set out, you know, even say in your case for a walk, but you never once regret having gone. Yeah. It's powers you up for the day.
What do you do?
I was going to say the exact same thing. Just don't think about how you feel now. Think about how you'll feel in an hour's time.
I visualise putting my togs on.
It's so true. Yeah.
I totally visualise putting my togs on.
Yeah.
And it's small steps, isn't it? Because it's forming that habit. What did they say? 3 weeks. You get past that, and it just becomes part of your life.
I'm motivated. I hope you're motivated. These women are amazing. Thank you so much, Pam and Deborah.
Thanks for having us.
Hi, my friend Fiona's popped in, and she is the editor of the Australian Women's Weekly. She's come to rescue me because I need to face the swimwear challenge for summer, and she has got this wonderful swimwear from her new issue. And she's just been on holiday.
I have,
Thank you for helping me.
Oh, look, no problem. I wish someone had helped me before I went to Fiji, which, as it turned out, I had to wear a pair of ratty old togs. But now I see that the new season swimwear's hit the shelves and it's looking fantastic.
Oh, this is so pretty.
Yeah, something for everyone.
You know what, the big thing for me is that I have had children, and I find that I need togs that have got a bit of shape.
Yes.
And what I love, so thank you, is for bringing togs that actually have some shape and actually help you figure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Shall I start with my favourite one?
Yes.
Okay, well these have to be the pick of the bunch, because look at them. This is a gorgeous pair. It's obviously a one piece, so really flattering for...
in love with it.
Yeah, flattering for most body types because you're covering all the stomach and the areas that you might have. So there's no uncomfortable bit sticking into you. And because it's got those vertical lines down the front, it's really elongating. And then if you're a little bit smaller in the bust, you've got that padding to kind of amplify things.
I just love a tog with a cup in it. Yes. You know, having had 2 children and a bigger bust size, I love that cup. Those are the prettiest togs I think I've ever seen.
I know, they're gorgeous, aren't they? And then for something that's a little bit more, it's a bit of a lower price point actually, these beautiful halter neck togs with the ruching at the front. Now, what I love about these is that the halter neck is really flattering on your shoulder. And if you're a bit curvy like me, a bit of a pear shape, it actually kind of balances you out, which is
both pears. We're proud pears.
So these are really good. Yeah, do you want to have a look at these ones?
Yeah, I love those. Do you know what, my girlfriend last year took me tog shopping, and she taught me how that ruching really hides the lumps and the bumps, doesn't it?
It does. And it's also really good if you're a straight up and down person.
Pretty.
A banana, sometimes they're called, or athletic. It
gives all those bananas out there. Gorgeous.
It gives you a bit more shape having the sort of the padding and the cups and then the ruching. It kind of gives you curves if you don't really have any.
Yeah, nice.
So it can work on lots of body shapes, and I'm a real big fan of halternecs in general.
So do I. I know what you mean about that. Is it quite 50s, that line that comes from here?
Yes, yes.
Looks very
and
glamorous.
speaking of 50s, look what's back. I mean, this has been back for 2 seasons now, but the separates, so we've got, you know, the top, bikini top, which is great with padding, but then look at the knickers.
Love the knickers.
I know, and they really come up quite high, a bit of a lower leg.
And you know what? They're totally forgiving. Cover your tummy, cover your bottom. I feel confident walking to the water.
Yes.
You know, the walk from the water.
I know.
And the walk down to the water.
Always a bit of a
that
drama.
ruching at the back's gorgeous. And what I love, though, is that retro looks... It doesn't look like you're just wearing a big Nana pair of pants. It looks retro sexy, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Love
and
that. Love the cup.
Speaking of retro, wait till you see what I've got in my bag.
What?
Because this...
What have you got?
This is back.
No!
This is obviously a retro-styled swimming cap, but it's brand new, and it's covered in beautiful flowers. Now, I don't know how I'd feel rocking this out at the pool, but I don't know. For a great Christmas gift.
To the surf club at Furatoa, but glamorous on, I mean, if you're in a pool or something.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of into my
smell.
A bit rubbery, but
that reminds me of my childhood.
Does it?
The smell of those swimming caps. It really does. It's very glamorous.
You don't remember the first time those came around. You're far too young.
Oh, I love you, Fiona, but actually I do. If you could wear that if you were like quite brave and wanted to wear it in a swimming pool.
I just think it's a great idea if you are doing a little bit of lap swimming and you don't want to wear one of those really tight, ugly black or white kind of plain swimming caps.
Attitude.
You can have a vintage inspired swimming cap like this one, and it reminds me a little bit of some of those retro swim groups that are around these days as well.
Yeah, those synchronised swimmers.
Yeah.
I love them. What did you wear when you were in Fiji?
Well, I had a couple of pairs of togs on rotation. Nothing very special, unfortunately. But I have to tell you, there was this woman by the pool every single day, Brazilian, gorgeous, probably 40 but looked 20, and bronze.
Do we like her?
Well, it was hard to like someone that looked like that, quite frankly. But every day I was with a girlfriend, and every day my friend and I would wait for her to emerge from her apartment, because every day a brand new swimsuit, absolutely gorgeous, with a brand new cover-up, and then some kind of gorgeous shoe. So we were just in awe of her the whole time, and she had a child with her.
Well, they make an art form of dressing for the beach, don't they? Head to toe.
Now, this is interesting for you too. If you know anyone who's had breast cancer surgery, mastectomy, there's now fantastic swimwear out there for women who've had breast surgery, and there are different kinds. This is the separates. Sort of separates number, so this is the top part of it. This one doesn't have a pocket, but it does have extra padding and a higher cut under the arm, so any scarring is concealed.
And it's so interesting, because I have so often wondered, as I have had friends that have gone through that, I've often wondered, what do they do when they get to the beach? So when you say no pocket, what does that mean?
Well, some mastectomy cut swimwear actually has a little pouch at the back of the cup, and you can put your prosthesis in there if you're wearing one. I'm not au fait with prostheses, prosthesi. But hopefully there are, waterproof varieties, and the swimwear is the kind of swimwear that would adequately hide everything. Also, it's there's no wiring in it, because once you've had breast cancer surgery, obviously anything with an underwire is a no-go area. So you have to be careful about what kind of structure you have around your bust.
So do you go into it? So for people out there that want to know about this, because this is really important, because you've got all through all that trauma, and you want to still look great about and feel great about your body. Do you go in and ask somebody in a specialist tog shop for these sorts of togs?
There are specialist tog shops or specialist underwear shops that deal with togs, with bras, all sorts of things.
Fabulous.
So, lots of range, actually.
Fabulous. Now, we need to get through these ones. What are these ones?
Oh, but this is just a slinky one that I threw in because, I mean, you have to have a pretty hot bod to rock that.
You do.
But I love this sort of ethnic tribal look that's coming through this season. And there's lots of it. I've got some shoes here too. If you're not sort of the person that wants to wear jandals every single day on the beach, you want to actually throw in something a bit more glamorous, these little shoes are really cute. They're kind of a leather slipper, and then there's some gorgeous sandals over there. So you don't have to do jandals every day.
Okay, important question. What about the covering up?
Oh, yes. Gosh, well, let me show you.
No. I mean, we like to look good slipping in and out, but covering up.
This is my absolute favourite. I'm just
these
trying
from the magazine?
This one isn't in the magazine, actually, but it's something we found yesterday when I was having a little look around for you.
Gorgeous.
And it's just absolutely gorgeous, beautiful sequin detailing on it. And you could wear that to dinner. I mean, there'd be absolutely no reason that you couldn't pair that with a gorgeous sandal and go down to a restaurant.
What else is in there? You've always got exciting stuff. What else have you got?
Another little cover-up, which is a little girlier, a little bit younger.
Oh, that's
It's got
nice.
sort of a pink tribal ethnic neckline.
And do you mix and match all these cover-ups with these togs in the issue?
Yeah, well, kind of. I mean, this is, it just depends on what look you're going for, but you can really put clashing patterns together this season, and it's cool to do that.
Oh, I can't
I'm
wait.
still getting my head around clashing patterns myself, but I'm certainly learning to love it a little bit more than I perhaps did. And of course,
so brilliant.
hats. I mean, we can't forget about hats, and there's a huge variety of hats around at the moment. I look terrible in a hat, so I still have to find a magic hat. What do you think?
I like a hat.
So you're actually...
I quite like a hat.
You look quite royal.
Oh, thank you
in a
so
hat.
much. I feel so much better. This has given me so much confidence. And the way you've mixed and matched, I love it.
Cool. I'm so pleased.
Thank you for helping me with my swimwear confidence.
Well, I don't know if I can help you in the changing room, but at least this will give you a bit
invited.
of a start. No one should ever be invited into a changing room. No
Never.
one. Yeah.
Thank you, Fiona.
You're very welcome.
Sunday is a great day to make small tweaks to our lives, be it our homes, our gardens, our look or what we cook. So every Sunday I ask an expert for their tweak of the week.
Hi, I'm Trudy, the Beauty Director of Fashion Quarterly magazine, and I'm here to share a few makeup tips to help you look great this summer. Now the first one, and it's so easy, is a bold lip colour. You've got to start off with a well-conditioned lip. So start by adding a slick of lip balm and then a little dab of concealer or foundation. You can use your fingers or a brush. And then this gives you a great neutral starting point before you add a bright colour. Pink eyeshadow on its own can make anyone look a little bit sickly, especially if you've got light coloured eyes. So the secret is to add a little bit of definition close to the lash line with a liquid liner or a kohl pencil in either grey, black or even chocolate brown. It adds instant definition.
Thanks for joining me at home, and to all those wonderful women who joined me here in the studio. They've totally inspired me. Pamela and Deb from Good Health Choice magazine, Fiona from Australian Women's Weekly, and Trudy from Fashion Quarterly. Issues of their gorgeous magazines are on sale this week, and I'll be curling up with my advance copies today, I can tell you. Stay tuned because we have some exciting fashion and beauty products here for you on the shopping channel now. Meantime, have a sensational Sunday, make sure it's a fun day, and promise me you take some time out for you.
Walking down the sidewalk, kicking my feet as I'm moving to the music. Step to the beat.